Hello everyone, welcome to another Hump Day Hustle. I'm Coach Eddie and this is Dr. Michael Jordan with SCNR Training Systems. SCNR stands for Strength, Conditioning, Nutrition, and Recovery. This is another one of our Hump Day Hustles. Michael, you want to explain a little bit what this is all about?
Yeah, all right. We're doing this every week. We're doing 6-week blocks with benchmark workouts. So every 6 weeks we have a sort of test and then retest, and within those 6 weeks all of our workouts are designed to show a strength improvement based on those benchmark tests.
Absolutely.
So this is our last workout before the test next week.
This is our last workout before the test. So this benchmark series was focused a lot around tactical athletes' needs, although any person can get stronger from doing this workout. So our test set was a carry, it was a sprint, and it was a bear position hold with shoulder taps. So things that mimics, like carrying somebody, moving under load, being able to work very fast, and being able to hold that plank or push-up type position. And so we did that as an AMRAP, a 10-minute AMRAP, and we've just been working on that for the last 6 weeks. Next week we go ahead and retest.
Yeah. Just a reference, this is like one workout a week, and it's pretty general. So if you're trying to get better at this retest, you got to be doing something else during the week too, or maybe repeating these workouts that we give you, so more than once per week.
Absolutely. This on its own is not going to help you to get better for the retest, okay? And this on its own is not going to be the only thing that you should be doing, like Michael said. But one of the things that Michael and I do like to do is when we have these chances to do Hump Day Hustles, we like to introduce maybe a new idea for an exercise that you can add to your workout. Maybe we like to introduce a new way for organizing your set or your workout in general. We also like to give a lot of explanation on why we've picked certain things. So I guess with that being said, let's explain a little bit about today's workout. So over the last 6 weeks or so, we've been doing, like I said, a set that's focused around a carry, a sprint, and a plank type position. And so today we're doing 2 sets that were sort of fan favorites from the last 6 weeks. So one set is going to be a 10-minute EMOM of 8 to 12 burpees per minute, followed by a 200-meter carry. And then the other set that was a fan favorite was 7 rounds where you're going to do a 50-meter carry and then go straight into a 50-meter sprint. So Michael and I are going to do a little bit of a different variation of the old set today, but the rest of that set is just the time it takes you to walk back to your sandbag or back to your object is your rest period. Michael and I are going to change it up a little bit though.
So that structure for you would be 50 meters of a carry.
Yep.
50-meter sprint back, 50-meter walk, rest back to your bag, and repeat the set for 7 rounds.
Yep. So, and then we have another round sort of in between. We're going to try to get you to continue to focus on that nasal inhale like we've been talking a lot about. And during that nasal inhale, we're going to put you in some different positions that might be a little bit difficult to maintain that good breathing pattern. One position that we'll talk about right now is just going to be that mountain climber, being able to constantly use your core, getting that little bit of a bounce going in your movement there, and still being able to focus on that nasal inhale might prove to be a little bit of a challenge. So without taking much longer, unless you have anything to say, Michael, let's go ahead and get into the warm-up.
Now let's get it.
All right. Sounds good. All right, so we're going to start off with a 10-minute warm-up. We've been doing this for the last 2 weeks or so, where we do 1 minute per exercise. So we have 10 exercises total. You don't have to get a certain amount of repetitions in. Some exercises, for example, like a glute bridge, you don't even need to do multiple repetitions in that minute if you want to squeeze and hold your glutes and hold your body up for that 60 seconds. That's up to you. So there's a lot of freedom within this workout, but the goal is that you are constantly doing that exercise for 1 minute. So quality over quantity of reps, and we're looking for you to get a little bit creative too with how you're doing things. So we'll go ahead and get ready to start here in a moment. I'm just gonna wait for my watch to get to the even number. All right, so let's get started in about 5 seconds or so. The first exercise we're gonna do are heel drops. So you're gonna start on your back, press your back into the ground, and let's begin. So drop each heel to the ground. So you're focused here on your core, getting your core to work. You should be focusing on your lower abs. You should feel them engage as you drop each heel to the ground. If your heel is smacking or bouncing off the ground, you're going too fast.
I want you to control the heel as it hits the ground and as it comes back up. Now, if you're doing this at home, you shouldn't feel or hear your heel smacking the ground, so you get an audible cue if you're doing it at home or in a relatively quiet space. The next exercise that we're going to do are bear toe taps. That's going to be on our hands and our toes. And it's essentially the same thing as heel drops, just in more of a quadruped type position. So here, raise each toe or foot off the ground just a little. Notice how my hips, Michael's hips, Kristen's hips, none of our hips are rocking side to side or swaying. We're in control. You can see Michael really well. He's got his elbows and his wrists directly below his shoulders, and his knees are pretty much right below his hips. It's a good position to be in. If you're overextended and your legs are too far back, you'll probably start to feel your quads a lot more. I want you to stay on your toes, on your hands, feel your core. Maybe a little bit of hamstring is fine, maybe a little bit of quad, but not a lot. Say Michael has a wallet in this pocket here. I don't want to be able to reach my hand in and steal his wallet, okay? I want him to be able to keep control of it. If his pocket is coming open, that means his hips would be coming really far open, and he would have to pull that hip down, keep the thieves away. So you can notice Kristen too in the background is doing a great job of pressing her heel straight out. She's not reaching that heel up towards the sky. This is a common mistake. You don't want to be doing that. Next exercise, bear shoulder taps. Go ahead and control your hip shift again, just like on the toe taps, but this time as we touch from one shoulder to the next. I like to get a little bit of a wider base here. Maybe it's cheating, helps me a little bit. Reset if you need to. All right, next, frogged glute bridges. On your back, feet together, drop those knees out wide. Squeeze your glutes to raise your hips. Don't use your back to try to raise your hips. So squeeze your butt muscles like you're a penny machine. You're trying to imprint the penny in the penny machine. Okay, put that imprint on there. What?
Is the camera okay?
What?
The camera okay?
Yes, it is, but since we're recording, I realize that it's easy to be interrupted if somebody like calls or texts or something like that. Next exercise are crunches of your choice. So Michael Jordan has been teaching us those 3-second sort of Dracula crunches. I like those. I think I'm going to do a few of those today. Remember, we use our six-pack a lot for a lot of different exercises, but now that we've got the chance during warm-up to focus our energy very specifically, let's focus on that low ab oblique area rather than our six-pack.
What I'm going to try today is just stamp my heel away from him.
You see him?
As I do these, keep that pull, add that long lever of my leg, use my abs to hold that up still. Next exercise after that are going to be halos. And
If you need to, the other exercise is a Cossack squat. So if you don't have the right equipment and with you and a partner, you can go ahead and take turns. So do a few in one direction, do a few in the other direction. I love halos. Michael Jordan has made me a huge fan. My shoulders feel so much healthier now doing these on a normal basis. If you're doing these correctly, focusing on not using your traps, keeping that object close to your head, moving the object around your head, not your head around the object, what you might start to notice, all right, Cossack squats. What you may start to notice, if you're doing those halos the right way, is you may start to feel some quote unquote dead space. So for me, one of my shoulder blades, there's an area I can't really feel or figure out how to get those muscles engaged. Since Michael's been such an advocate of halos, it's helped a lot. I'm able to start getting a sensation in that area, which helps then when I do something like band pull-aparts or rows or handstand work or pull-ups. Since I've created that sensation, now I can start to work on feeling that area better. Now you can do Cossack squats here. You can do something like Michael's doing, which is a little more of a side lunge.
That's true.
It's up to you. They're both very, very similar. What we're trying to do is just get that little bit of lateral movement here and single leg stuff going on. Next, jumping jacks. Let's go. If you can't do jumping jacks, you want to hop in place, want to hop side to side in place. If you got a ladder, you want to use a ladder somehow, feel free for this minute. All right, break dancers, many different variations. I'm gonna do mine starting in the bear position. Some people like to do them starting in the plank position. Control your movement here. These don't need to be done fast. They need to be controlled. So I'm trying to squeeze my stable leg glute and my stable arm lat while I move, as well as use my core to help pull my body through from one side to the next. So I think about a string around my opposite hip, and then I think about it getting pulled through where that leg needs to move. All right, and that's 10 minutes.
Nice. I just want to talk about one thing on that.
Go for it.
So, when I'm going down, and I'll kind of face the other way. When I'm going this way, I'm really letting myself sink into my shoulder blade. See how I can kind of push myself away, shrug, unshrug. So I get down here, nice and shrugged, and then I push into the ground. So you're kind of getting a nice piston motion of your arm into your shoulder blade, doing that protraction, retraction, or shrug, unshrug. Huge shoulder help.
Cool. So things to think about next time you do some break dancers, and what Michael was describing you can do that whether you're in that bear position or you're in the plank. You can still get that piston motion, okay? So that's not just specific for the plank. So the next thing we have is a 10-minute EMOM. You're gonna do 8 to 12 burpees per minute. As soon as you're done, as soon as that 10 minutes is over, okay, pick up your object that you've been working with and carry it for 200 meters. So last time we did the set, we took a 60-second break in between. Not this time. We're picking up our object and we're getting straight into our 200-meter carry. So I'll be carrying the 100 for this one. So I'm gonna be going a little slower. If people are using a 30 or 40 or 50, maybe they'll be able to go a little faster. That's fine. It's not about speed on this one. Michael and I want to see good core tension, good pec engagement. We want to see you working on using the right muscles and not relying on leaning back and using those lower back muscles here. Do you guys have a phone that we can just use for the big timer? Okay, we'll use my watch then. Yeah. All right, guys, so we're gonna get started here in 15 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds. All right, 8 to 12 burpees per minute. Remember, it's okay if you start off with 2 little burpees and then increase, but try not to start off with too many and decrease. Go.
You're 12 in?
Yeah. Ooh. We got about 15 seconds left.
9 more?
All right, 9 more to go. So pace yourselves on these too if you need to. A minute can be a long time. Go.
I did a fun burpee game the other day.
Oh, fun burpee game. Fun. Be intrigued to hear about it later though. 3, 2, 1.
How many rounds in a row? Can you do 20 seconds on, 10 off, and get at least 5 burpees?
How many rounds you make?
4. But I had done 100 handstand before that.
Oh. There's 4 rounds. Go.
I got more than 4. I got 8.
Oh, good.
Forgot, I thought 8 was the standard.
This is round 6. This is round 7. Keep it up. Three more rounds. Three, 2. Three. We got one more round. As soon as you're done with this round, grab your weight. 200 meters. One, go. See ya. Good job. Keep it up. grab water. All right, next set. 3 rounds, nasal inhale only, 10 reps per limb. The 3 exercises are single arm row, doesn't matter how you do these, be 3-point row, lat pull downs, just has to be a row. Mountain climbers, second exercise. Third exercise, split squats, okay? Split squats with weight or no weight, it's up to you. Mountain climbers, if you can't do push-ups on a flat surface, do these mountain climbers at a little bit of an incline and focus on keeping your spine from wobbling all around. So nasal inhale only. Breathe down deep. 3 exercises again. Single arm row, mountain climber, split squats, 3 rounds of each. Nasal inhale only, 10 reps per limb. All right, go ahead and get started.
Whew. That was a marathon.
Yes, it was.
There's split squats, not these.
Just split squat jump.
So this is just.
Okay.
Who are you using?
I'm probably just gonna do bent over rows with either the 30 or this. The rows is the only thing, guys. If you have a heavier weight, okay, and you want to, you can do both arms at the same time. If you have an object like that 60-pound sandbag or something, you can do that, that's fine. Otherwise, you single arm rows. All right. If you're an all-star like Michael Jordan, you're starting off with 60-pound split squats. It's incredible.
I was heavier than this.
It's a nominal difference to me. I'll take the 30, then I'll wait for that. Coming up to the finish line. Coming up to the finish line, so we have 7 rounds, 50-meter carry, followed by an immediate 50-meter sprint. Okay, so, oh, excuse me, you guys just got the burp. So what you're gonna do is carry an object 50 meters, drop it. As soon as that object leaves your hands, you should be getting into the sprint, okay? Now, let's say you're going over 100 meters, you drop your sandbag at the 50. When you're done with that rest of that 100 meters, because you're doing a 50-meter sprint, walk back to the sandbag. When you get back to the sandbag, take an additional 10 seconds, and then start your next round, okay? So the walk back to your object plus 10 seconds is your rest. All right, 7 rounds. I'm feeling it right now. This is rough.
We're really pushing ourselves here.
We are pushing ourselves today, so keep pushing through. Remember the sprints, everything you got, okay? Take that rest as you need it, okay? So don't think about rushing back right away. Take a nice long walk back. Got plenty of time. This workout's going well under an hour, so take our time with this. So, Michael, how you want to do this? Because I know
Let's
you and I are
just do
going
the
to
original.
Okay.
We'll do this alternate. Okay.
Okay. I'll go once, you go once, type deal with it. Okay. All right, so get ready to get started. Whew. Ready? I'm motivating myself. Yeah, let's go.
One.
That's one. Whew. Let's keep working hard. That was 2. All right, 5 more. I know it's getting tough to get that sprint in, fatiguing a lot. Just keep pushing.
This is my breath. I think you take my breath away.
All right, this one's number 5. Hang in there, hang in there. 5, 6, 7.
3 more.
Yep. one more. One more. All right. Here we go. Wide freeze. Nice job. Good job, Chris. Now we're going to cool down. We got 3 exercises. Want to catch our breath. So if you can, try to start getting to a point where you can start controlling your breath. Nasal inhale is a great way to do that. Michael, nice job. All right, so we got 10 reps of each exercise. First exercise is scorpions, okay? So on these, be careful. Don't go fast. Don't rush them. Don't bounce on this movement. Okay, we're going to try to do about 10 per side on these, okay? So first exercise are the scorpions. As you can see, Michael's getting down into the prone position. Arms are out wide. His face is actually turning to the opposite side of the way he's moving his leg. So he's moving his left leg right now over his right side, and he's looking to the left. Okay, so when he moves his right leg over his left side, he'll be looking to the right, okay? You notice also how he's keeping his shoulders relatively close to the ground. They may pop up a little bit, that's fine, but he's keeping his shoulders relatively close to the ground on these.
Alright, so next are angels. If you're indoors, you can do this against the wall, or anywhere you can do it on the floor. I like to sit with my legs straight out, and I want my elbows in front of my wrists. So it's like I'm making a snow angel behind me. I'll show you the side view. It also kind of looks like the snatch position if you're into Olympic lifting.
If you're into that kind of thing.
So don't let that happen, that's bad. So last one, inchworm. You can do this a couple different ways. I like to start standing. I'm going to touch my toes, and then I'm going to take about 6 steps into a push-up position, and then 6 steps standing back up. Okay? And that was 1 rep.
stand up for you. Last one. So after this is done, if your heart rate's still not down to where you can have a conversation with somebody, right? If your breathing is still have kind of labored and difficult, okay, you can go for a little walk around. Okay, we just advise that you don't go ahead and plop down on the ground and sit down now. Okay, try to continue to get that breathing back to a more normal sort of spot. Okay, if you're wearing a heart rate watch, okay, you can kind of check your heart rate that way. Want to see that starting to come down to beginning of warm-up, pre-warm-up sort of levels, okay, before we chill out completely.
Yeah, some people those inchworms will be ridiculously hard for.
Yep.
So
Yep.
if that is you, try it. Start from a sitting position or a kneeling position. Just do half the steps, but it's meant to be a little calmer right now.
Yep. So nice job today, everybody. That was a hard workout. We're right under an hour, so that was awesome. Okay. Michael's talked about before about a study, and I'm sure there's multiple studies, but he mentioned one study in particular about 6 or 7 weeks ago about how we don't need to go for more than an hour for workouts to get great results and great benefits. So if you think about it, we had a 10-minute warm-up, we had about a 5 or 6 minute cool down, and so we only had about a 30, maybe 40-minute true workout today. That was really awesome. We got a lot accomplished. It was smart. It was oriented towards our goals. So be ready to test next week. My suggestion to you is Tuesday, do something light or don't do anything at all if you can't really control the urge to exercise, okay? And you know that if you start something, you're gonna get really burnt out, because we want you to be relatively fresh on Wednesday so we can really see how you've improved. So Michael, do you have anything to add before we hang up?
No, this one crushed me. Let's call it.
All right, sounds good. Take care, everybody. Nice job on another Hump Day Hustle. We'll see you Friday for Food Friday. We're Skinner Training Systems. Out.